Hello students, today we'll be discussing dispersion relation in that acoustic and optical modes. This comes under material science unit 1. In that the syllabus related to dispersion relation will be discussing today. In order to understand the dispersion relation, that is different mode acoustic and optical modes, we need to study the lattice vibration. Means we need to study the dynamics of the crystal. First we'll study what is lattice vibration. What is lattice? It is the periodic arrangement of atoms. Here the atoms are arranged periodically in the 3D manner, and this forms the solid crystal. Okay, at absolute temperature, these will be stationary at their lattice sites. However, if you raise the temperature, if you go on increasing the temperature, these atoms will gain the thermal energy and begins to oscillate around their mean position, and they will create the disturbance towards the neighboring atoms. Henceforth the whole crystal will be vibrating, and this phenomenon is called as lattice vibration. That is, atoms in the crystal will gain the thermal energy and start vibrating harmonically, and this creates the disturbance to the neighboring atoms, and this phenomenon is called as lattice vibration, or nothing but lattice dynamics. So in order to understand what are acoustic and optical modes, we need to understand the lattice dynamics by taking an example. For this, see, we need to study the frequency response. We need to study the frequency response of the atoms. That is, these will be vibrating and exhibits a frequency, and we need to study these frequency response in the atoms. So depending on frequency, these modes are called acoustic and optical. That is, acoustic means sound, optical means light. So depending on frequency, they are differentiated into acoustic and optical modes. In order to understand this, first you need to study frequency response, and this frequency response is itself called as dispersion relationship. So we'll first study by taking the simple example. Before that, a lattice, it is consist of discrete atoms, discrete particles. So you need to apply quantum mechanical picture here in the case of lattice vibration. And as I said, at temperature greater than 0 Kelvin, these will gain the thermal energy and start oscillating. So the energy of these oscillator is quantized and is given by n plus half h cross omega, where this half h cross omega is called as 0 point energy. You already know that in the case of simple harmonic oscillator, the 0 point energy is half h cross omega, and the higher energy levels is given by n plus half h cross omega. So the change in the corresponding transition from state between these states, that is n1, this is n0, n1, n2, n3, n4, the change in this is accompanied by either emission or absorption of quantized thermal energy, and these are called as phonons. So the quantized thermal energy are called as phonons. Phonons are nothing but ideal heat vibrational particles exhibiting quantum nature. So the energy between these quantized levels is h cross omega. You already know this from the quantum mechanics, how you will get this n plus half h cross omega. These all you know, but we are considering phonons to be quantized, and hence these quantized thermal energy particles are called as phonons. So phonon is nothing but a quanta of lattice vibration, and phonons exhibit a crystal momentum h cross q, where q is the phonon wave vector, and these are massless. And one more important thing to be noted here is phonons are considered to be bosons, and they follow the Bose-Einstein statistics, as electrons are considered to be fermions, and they will be they will obey the Fermi-Dirac statistics. Here phonons will obey the Bose-Einstein statistics. Since they are massless, they obey the Bose-Einstein statistics. With this brief introduction about phonon, we'll now move on to the by taking the example, what is dispersion relationship. So solid is considered to be discrete atoms, and this discreteness must be considered in order to discuss the lattice vibration. However, in the long wavelength region, a solid is considered to be continuous by where we disregard the atomic nature and treat the solid as the continuous medium, and such vibrations are called as elastic waves. So here we will consider the elastic picture and get the dispersion relationship, what happened in the long wavelength region. So let us examine the propagation of elastic wave in the long solid bar, and let us consider at position x the displacement be u of x. Then strain E is equal to change in the displacement with respect to position, that is du by dx, and the stress, let us consider the unit cross sectional area A, and the stress will be force per unit area. So according to Hooke's law, you know stress is directly proportional to strain, that is S is equal to Y into E, where Y is the Young's modulus. Now here, according to Newton's second law, you know force is equal to mass into acceleration. Now what is this force? Force is nothing but stress into cross-sectional area A. Let us consider at displacement dx, that is at this position x plus dx. The displacement between that is the stress at this point is s x plus dx, and at this point be s of x. So the difference between this is the total stress at that cross sectional area. So s into x plus dx minus s of x into area A is equal to mass, that is density, into area at the distance dx into acceleration, that is d square u by dt square. Here right hand side is nothing but mass into acceleration, and this is force. Now this s into x plus dx minus s of x can be written as dou s by dou x, that is change in the stress, into dx into A is equal to this same term. Here A get cancelled, and this equation can be written as dou s by dou x is equal to rho into dou square u by dou t square, or it can be written in this form, that is y by rho into d square u by dx square is equal to d square u by dt square. You know this is the one dimensional equation. It is well known wave equation for which you also know the solution, and the solution of this equation will be, that is the equation is d square u by dx square is equal to rho by y into d square u by dt square, is the one dimensional wave equation, and the solution of this equation is u of x is equal to a into exponential I qx minus omega t. You know this already. The solution for one dimensional wave equation where displacement u of x is equal to a into exponential I qx minus omega t. Here q is the wave number. Here in this we call it as phonon wave number. Phonon wave number. So here, by differentiating this u of x with respect to x and t twice, that is you will get d square u by dx square is equal to minus q square u, and d square u by dt square is equal to minus omega square u. Substitute into this equation, you will get minus q square u is equal to rho by y into minus omega square u. Here u get cancelled, and you will get omega square is equal to rho by y into q square, or omega is equal to rho by y square root of rho by y into q, where this rho by y you can replace this constant by Vs, that is sound velocity. Hence the equation you can write as omega is equal to Vs into q. This is the frequency response with respect to the wave number q. See, from this equation you have already studied what is phase velocity. Means the wave velocity is itself called as phase velocity, and that phase velocity is equal to omega by q. So here also we have arrived to that equation, and so this Vs, that is square root of rho by y, is nothing but the wave relationship. And so omega is equal to Vs q. Now if you plot omega versus q, then of course you will get the linear relation. That is, it will vary omega is directly proportional to q. So it will vary in this way. So this is nothing but, that is the relation between frequency and the wave vector q is called as dispersion relation. Dispersion relation. And in the case of elastic, that is considering a solid to be continuous, then you get the equation omega is equal to Vs q. When the solid is considered to be continuous, it is in the long wavelength region. So what is that long wavelength region? You know, q is equal to 2 pi by lambda. So when lambda is more, that is long wavelength, means q will be tending to 0. Means at here, at this region, where q tending to 0, it is to be linear. So omega is equal to Vs q. However, this is not for the short wavelength region. Means as q goes on increasing, this may not be true. That time your elasticity may fail. You may not get the linear relation, and it may deviate from this linear region. From the linearity it may vary. So that will consider by taking the example of monoatomic and diatomic lattice. Monoatomic means the crystal where atoms are considered to be of same same atom, whereas diatomic means with two different atoms. In that case, by considering, we will not consider just the elasticity, we will consider the inelasticity, and we will solve. That time will come. Of course, in the long wavelength region you should get Vs into q, whereas in the for the greater values of q you will get the deviation from this linearity, and that time you will get the two different modes, that is acoustic and optical modes. So that we will study in the our next video. But here what you need to concentrate is what is dispersion relation and how it is important in understanding the lattice vibration. Thank you.